Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, June 15th, 2017 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is, as I align, I consciously connect with my divine flow. And today, we have some Saturn energy. I spoke about this yesterday. Today, we have the Sun opposite Saturn. And Saturn and the Sun are actually working very closely together. Saturn is very energized. So I'm actually going to begin by talking just a little bit about Saturn. I had a Facebook friend asking, what is Saturn? And what is like the updated energy of Saturn? So Saturn in traditional astrology is like master energy. It's karma. It's lord of structure and time. It really has that old world responsibility. It can actually even have a bit of the savior complex, a bit of the messiah complex connected to it. However, the way I look at Saturn is really about us being on our soul mission, learning our soul lessons, our personal responsibility, breaking that into two words, not the responsibility as world has been like, you were responsible to do all these things and have, 2.5 children and all that, the old world responsibility. No, responsibility is how are you responding in a way that is true to you, true to your soul mission, true to your personal mastery, true to why you came here. You came here to fulfill your dharma. You came here to fulfill your karma. You came here to live and learn the lessons that you as an individual signed up for. And it is your responsibility to feed into this energy. So my hope is actually through this transit, this Sun opposite Saturn, Saturn retrograde in Sagittarius, shifting the belief that you are here for anything else but that. And when you come into that alignment, you will be in your divine flow and you will be doing exactly what you came here to do. So often we get pulled into the ways of the world I should do this. Saturn, energy at a lower vibration can attune us to those shoulds. That's that old world responsibility. But it's like, no, this is what I came for, and really tuning into that energy. So we have opportunity to align, to harmonize through this connection to our personal responsibility. What is true for you? You are not here to be a hero for everybody. If you do that, a lot of times you take away their personal responsibility. So it's not up to you to decide what somebody is here to do for themselves and what not. It's about you to align with your flow and move in a way that is according to you and your divine master plan within. I love this opposition, actually, the Sun opposite Saturn, because it's happening at 24 degrees, which is a 6, which is about alignment and harmony and shifting through those things that are no longer aligned and harmonizing with your master plan, with your divine purpose. So notice as you move through the day, what is coming up for you to show up in, and what is saying, this is not your battlefield. This is not where you need to be the hero, and this isn't where you need to defend somebody, defend the beliefs. This is where you need to practice personal responsibility, showing up, owning up for whatever it is for you to learn and grow and move deeper into your personal purpose with. So there is a lot around truth and beliefs that will be coming up. And it's very interesting because the Sun in Gemini is very astute. The Sun in Gemini is like collecting all the data. It's noticing everything. Gemini notices everything. Gemini might not say that it notices everything, but Gemini does, even with its like, look over here, look over here, look over here, look over here. Gemini is literally like computing everything that it takes in. So we're noticing everything that's going on and around. And meanwhile, Saturn working through Sagittarius is basically sifting it through our inner workings. Okay, how does this resonate with me? Does this resonate in a way that's true? Is this my personal responsibility, or is this something to let go to this next person? So allow this flow to move you, groove you, align you, connect you consciously with your divine flow in how you move, in how you show up. That's where I break it down to the very baseline with Saturn is like, how are you showing up? You're either in responsibility, where you're letting the world tell you who to be, how to be, or you're in responsibility, where it's like, and I'm responding in a way that's true to me, true to my soul, true to my source. So it's a powerful energy to utilize and work. What I love, and what could be a challenge, because there's all sides and everything. We have the moon in Pisces. The moon in Pisces is aiding us in the flow. We also have, it's interesting, the sun is shifting from 24 to 25. 24 is that alignment energy where we're harmonizing within. And then 25, that's that 7 where it's like, and here I am in this flow, the divine flow. So there's definitely a flow energy that is helping us move in and through this. And it's one of those things, I've been on a challenging journey myself lately, and it's one of the things that you really learn and see when you're going through the challenges. Like, everything really is ordainedly, it's ordered, it's divinely ordered. It's perfect, and it's so working with this flow, showing up, how am I meant to show up in this moment? Instead of focusing on the challenge that may be happening, there's many challenges. Instead of focusing on the challenge, keep asking, and how am I meant to show up in this moment? How am I meant to flow up in this moment? Or flow down, because, let's not flow upstream. Let's paddle downstream. Let's float downstream. So the moon is making some connections today. The moon is connecting to Mars in Cancer. Mars in Cancer, where we are connecting to, is this nurturing me or is this comforting me? And making that distinction, like going in the way that nurtures, because that which nurtures you will comfort you at the same time. Making that distinction, that's also actually at a 7, by the way. 7-degree energy, flowing with that will help you in your divine responsibility, in your divine way of showing up, flowing up, glowing up, for that matter. The moon is also going to be connecting to Venus in Taurus. Venus in Taurus is helping us know our worth. And I think knowing our divine worth is deeply connected to us showing up in divine purpose, showing up in responsibility. When we know, oh, I have a part, I have a place, I have a job to fulfill, then it's like, oh, when I'm doing what I'm meant to do, yes, this is my purpose. This is what I came for. This connection is happening at 9 degrees, which is passion. And when you are connecting to that which you came to do, you will feel the passion. You will feel the fire engulf you. I am a fire sign. So the fire will engulf you and it will move you. It will move you in the direction that you're meant to move in. I love, one of my favorite lines is a line from Danielle Laporte. Be impeccable with your desire. And I take that to the level, be impeccable with your passion. Be impeccable in honoring this soul passion, because that soul passion directly connects you to your personal responsibility and how you're meant to show up. So it's all connected. All of this works together to make us our best selves. The other thing that we have happening, this is an interesting connection. We have Mercury in Gemini, which is stimulating the mind. Have you noticed technology has been like, whoa, and your mind has been, whoa. I've been telling clients, my mind is like 7 light years ahead of where my mouth is. So getting the two to harmonize lately has been a little bit interesting, which is why you've gotten a lot of made up words, because I'm trying to reach for the vibrational energy and it's like light years away. Anyways, Mercury in Gemini, more than halfway through, we're almost halfway through this transit, is like speeding along, collecting the information, collecting the data, and sending it through our human computer. Mercury is in conjunct Pluto today. So this might be where we get some of that dissonance. Pluto is retrograde in Capricorn. Pluto retrograde in Capricorn is shifting the ways of the world. It's shifting the structure of the world. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So here we have this Saturn connection again sneaking in. And Pluto in there at 18 degrees, which is that 9, which is the passion, is again shifting things so that we can align with our passion. We're shifting things in the world so that it's okay to align with our passion. So it's okay for you to be like, I feel like I'm a light worker and I feel like I came with this mission to do this, but I don't know how to do this and I don't know how to survive this. This is kind of what Pluto is in part working to do. Now Mercury there working in Gemini, you may have some fixed things in your mind. You may have some places in your mind that you need to change. There may be some old ways that you are clinging to the past mentally at this time. You're clinging to these things that have made you compromise in the world. You have compromised yourself. You're still showing up in the responsibility instead of responsibility in this way that is true to you. Now, it's saying it's okay. We're all meant to experience that, and we all have these moments, but notice it, become conscious of it where it is, and see how can you shift, where you can take the wisdom of lion and rebirth it into your innocent soul, into the place, into the energy that you meant to show up in. There's some great mental shifts that can and will be happening through this. Now, I say with transits, a lot of times what we get in transits is that we'll get the experiences, but we don't always get the, oh, aha, immediately. What happens, I find, is a lot of times with these transits, we get the downloads. And so they start like downloading in us, and then a little later, a few days later, we're like, I get it. I get it. So pay attention if you have any of those moments where you're like, I get it. Or if you have any moments where you're like, oh, something's coming. I don't quite know it yet, but something's coming. Because the universe is definitely working with you to help align you and get you into your personal divine flow. I have said this, and Nikki has said this. I feel like a lot of people who resonate, connect with my energy, they're leaders. You are light workers. You're moving into this direction. And I actually have this card with the shapeshifter that kind of repeats this message. You have work to do. And I'm thinking of somebody personally, so you know it's you. When I saw this card, I was like, oh, this person. Elizabeth and the Lion. It's time to become a great leader. And I'm just going to read a little bit of this. These two have come forward as one in your rebirth, in your responsibility. These two have come forward as one, and they are indivisible and interchangeable. The masculine, feminine, both divine. Elizabeth and the Lion have made an appearance for you for a good reason. It is your need for the energy of the magnificent lion, his royalty, dignity, blood-stirring, passion, fearful roar, enormous mane, power and speed and ability to luxuriate and accept deference and offerings. It is also your need for the commanding presence of Elizabeth, a queen, a shapeshifter with fairy blood who shows what it means to endure danger after danger, and in the end to take up arms and rally troops to impossible victories. To have your own victory after victory, as impossible as it may seem, you too must find the lion heart within you. We are all working this level of lion heart right now with North Node and Leo, finding the courageousness, finding that Leo heart energy. You must find that lion heart within you, the royal blood that beats within your heart, and the pride that allows you to rise up and speak words of truthful inspiration to others. At times you will fall, but like Elizabeth, the triumphant queen who rallied again and again and again, 3 times, again and again and again, you will be clever, learned, wise, diplomatic, cunning, peaceful, courageous. Many will follow your inspirational lead, and the world will be made more joyful thanks to your courage. To me, this is the courage of stepping up into your place, this next level place. It doesn't have to be a huge step, but it's stepping up into this next level. It's so shiny, it's hard to see. Look at that lion energy. Aligning with your consciousness, aligning with your purpose, aligning with your personal divine flow. Now, speaking of that, I have another card. I pulled the Keepers of the Light. The world is hard. People are so reactive. People are so reactive to these energies. These energies are very stirring. All the Uranus energy that we've been going through, all this mental energy, people are getting stuck in the tornadoes of their mind. This is why we need the uplifting people, the peacekeepers, the people who can reflect the light back to step up. And we have to realize there is a lot of karma releasing. Karma, this is Saturn energy. Saturn attunes us to karma, as well as, all the other things that we talked about. So Saint Germain, karma releasing, move beyond the drama, create your path, make room for good energy, and share your good energy with the world. That's part of, I believe, our divine responsibility. Sharing our alignment, sharing our divine light, sharing this good energy that we can align with and attune to. That's one of the things that I really work on doing with these daily videos. I'm like, I know I can help people feel better. Let's feel better. Let's work with this instead of resist this energy. Let's work with it and see how we can keep rising up. So, Saint Germain, karma releasing. Karma is a spiritual law of cause and effect. We experience many levels of karma. Some we inherit from our family, and some from people we keep helping out of the problems they keep creating. That's not your responsibility. Okay, Saint Germain is here now to clear your energy so that you no longer have the weight of the world or your loved one's world on your shoulders. Be aware that an old pattern is leaving your life and creating space for something more loving to enter. Visualize yourself surrounded by a fiery violet cloak to release all the karma that you no longer need so that you can step into divine responsibility. Here it is. There's the flame. There's the fire energy engulfing us, moving us passionately in our own personal divine flow, how we came to show up. So, powerful energy. Utilize this energy. Show up in a way that is true to you. So, I have my reading sale still going, $44 for half an hour. You can get that at GaiaBlooming.com. I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.